I'm Braden Arnold, Beta Theta Pi at the University of Alabama, and it's not an easy decision, but I will be voting for Donald J. Trump.
Bitch, am I a trip? Or they done went up on the fucking light bill or something, because bitch, every time I turn around, that motherfucker $500. Now, Georgia Power, I don't know what type of shit y'all got going on, but y'all gonna stop motherfucker overcharging me.
Emma, have you noticed that your power bill's just going up and up and up and up? I swear to y'all, ours seems like it's just getting higher every month.
I just need someone to explain something to me. I live in Alabama, and my utility bill usually averages between $200 to $250 a month. Can someone please explain to me how my utility bill went from $250 a month to $696 this month? Could someone just please explain that to me?
Hello guys, and welcome to the J Report. In today's video, we are going to talk about Alabama MAGA voters who are now regretting their vote after they were hit with the power surcharge. This is another FAFO episode where bad decisions come back to bite. Alabama largely voted for Trump, and now their electricity bills shot up. Some of them opened their mail expecting help, but instead got slapped with higher costs. That credit that was helping them manage their power bill, gone. Why? Because Trump cut out federal assistance. And guess what? Just because it was reinstated after public outcry doesn't mean it's safe. With Trump, you never know what's coming next. If this is the kind of content that you enjoy, please consider subscribing, liking and sharing so that YouTube may recommend it to a wider audience. And now, without further ado guys, let's go straight into this video. But first, let me play you a few clips on this matter and I'll come back with my commentary.
Accounts have been debited. They're just taking money out of people's accounts as part of their utility bill. Oh, Trump cut off all that money. That's been helping pay your utility bill, Alabama. And so now we're going to start taking all that money back. And by the way, you owe. You owe. You have to pay money more than you have been, not only for your additional bills. You have to pay back what Trump is no longer allowing to be spent. And that, Alabama utility customers finding, hundreds of dollars taken out of their account in the middle of winter, right? I mean, I guess it's a small story in the grand scheme of things, given what's going on in our whole country. But for people in Alabama, that's a real and immediate and hugely expensive thing that is very obviously Donald Trump's fault.
We love a great FAFO moment, and I have another one for you. First, some background. 65% of the state of Alabama voted for Donald Trump. Alabama is in the top 10 poorest states in the United States related to federal poverty level. While many of these voters sit behind their computers and celebrate Elon Musk cutting waste, little did they know it was going to impact them. This week, over 250 residents in Huntsville, Alabama received a notice from their electric company that they were going to have to pay an additional $100 surcharge. The explanation for this was that Donald Trump's recent executive order ended a $1 million grant to the utilities company to help these customers pay for their electric bill. Leaders in Alabama are furious because they said this is counterintuitive to Donald Trump's promise to lower energy costs. Tots and pears.
In the latest episode of Fuck Around and Find Out, we have Alabama finding out that credit that they were receiving for those electric bills was coming from federal funds that Don Don has turned off and has not turned back on and doesn't look like he will be turning back on. So we're looking at about 2,000 homes. So roughly about 225 people have already received their letter in the mail stating that credit that they once received on their electric bill, which was roughly about $100, they will no longer be receiving, and it will be debited, and they will need to be paying it back. Now, there's tons of videos of people saying, oh, wait, but no. Again, once we check the voter rolls and the statistics of that state, we see that was a very big Don Don supporter, so you all absolutely got what you were asking for. You wanted him, and you wanted him to weed out all of that government spending. Well, here we are. This money absolutely came from the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act that basically came from the Department of Health and Human Services. And this is for low-income home energy assistance programs is how they were using this money. Now, we are definitely in a constitutional crisis because Congress has already awarded this money that they are over here withholding. That's how they're saying that they have found all of this government spending that was wasteful and whatnot, just by not turning on money that was already awarded to programs like this. So you're looking at elderly, you're looking at children that will not have electricity come in the coming months because why? $100 will absolutely bankrupt people who are living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, ends barely waving at each other, nonetheless meeting. And the fact that we are looking at people whose total income is less than 150% below the federal poverty line.
Where is the leopards ate my face, lady? Some residents in Huntsville, Alabama received this letter today from Huntsville Utilities. Dear customer, this letter informs you that your above referenced utility account has been debited for $100. Community Action Agency of Huntsville/Madison and Limestone counties has notified us that the grant you received for $100 on January 23, 2025 is no longer valid due to President Trump's executive order to rescind the funding behind the grant. The grant you received for $100 has been debited to your account and will be due with your next invoice. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience. So much for slashing energy costs in half for consumers, right? Because that's what Trump promised.
All right. Cool. $50 million, no problem.
I want 20 million in 50.
20 million in 50.
20 million in 20.
20 million in 20s.
And 10 million in 10.
And 10 million in 10s.
It seems like now that the red states, as we predicted and knew was going to happen, seem to be suffering the most at the moment from Daddy Dumpy Pence's policies. They seem to be screaming the loudest. And as I said in the previous video, I can have compassion for you, but you guys are going to have to go through it because this is what you asked for. So, go through it.
I'm already going through a lot of shit right now. Leave me the fuck alone.
Right.
Real shit.
It's true.
Fuck, going snatch what? What?
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
Let's break this down. Trump signed an executive order cutting off federal grants to utility companies, including the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, or LIHIP. This program helped low-income families keep their lights on. And after media attention and public outrage, the funding was reinstated. But let's be real, how long will it last? If Trump is willing to cap this once, what's stopping him from doing it again? This temporary relief doesn't change the fact that his administration is constantly targeting social programs. And no, it's not just a one-time $100 charge. The cost of utilities has been climbing for years, and this is just making it worse. Families that were already struggling now have to decide, do I pay rent, buy groceries, or keep the power on? Some folks are saying, oh, it's just 250 people who got the letter. But that's just the beginning. When funding gets cut like this, it spreads. More people will feel it soon enough. This is what happens when people vote against their own interest. It's sad that so many people have to suffer because of the ignorance of others. People ignored the warnings, and now they're paying the price. They got what they wanted. Trump is in office, and now they got to live with it. None of this should be a surprise. People were warned over and over. Project 2025 laid it all out. Trump and his people had a plan to slash social programs, cut assistance for struggling families, and leave people fending for themselves. But folks didn't listen. And guess what? This is just the start. When the government starts cutting aid, it doesn't stop at one program. First, it's utility assistance. Then, it's food stamps. Then, it's Medicaid. And after that, maybe Social Security, maybe Medicare. But hey, wasn't that the plan? Smaller government, fewer handouts, and more personal responsibility? Well, here it is. And don't think just because LIHIP got reinstated that you're safe. Trump has already shown he's willing to cut these programs. And if he gets another chance, he might come for it again, along with everything else people rely on. If you voted for Trump without looking into what he actually planned to do, this is your reality now. This is what happens when you vote blindly. This is what happens when you don't do your homework. Next time, maybe think before you vote. And let's not pretend this is just Alabama. Red states all across the country, for example, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, you all voted overwhelmingly for Trump. You cheered when he said he'd cut programs, but now you're realizing that when he talked about cutting handouts, he was talking about you too. So Alabama, how's that Trump vote working out for you? What's next? When food prices go even higher? When Medicaid gets slashed? When more jobs disappear? Don't worry, you got exactly what you asked for. For the folks who actually voted for human rights and decency, you'll make it through. Stay strong. Otherwise, I would love to hear your opinion on this matter. So please, drop your comments down below. I would love to keep the discussion going. I also have another video on Nebraska for Trump voters who are at the brink of bankruptcy because of voting for anti-immigrant policies. And if you enjoy such kind of videos, please click up here and enjoy. Also, consider subscribing, liking and sharing because it helps me grow my channel. For now, thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, the Joy Report out.